the start of summer in Seattle, a time to enjoy the outdoors in our great region. Could it also be the start of something special on the diamond for the surging Mariners?
Put in play, yes sir! Here comes Raleigh, the hero again, John Paul Crawford!
We feel good, we feel great.
Few expected the Mariners to compete this year, but they've showed a belief and resilience to exceed those predictions. Today's starter Chris Flexen typifies that spirit. Last year pitching in Korea and now taking the ball on our nation's holiday. Time to flex and celebrate as we enjoy some baseball this 4th of July here on Root Sports.
A deep drive left field. That baby's gone. Crawford to first in time. Welcome to Seattle, everybody, as you get a good look from out in Puget Sound at T-Mobile Park. And this Independence Day is presented by USAA. Happy 4th of July, everybody. It's the Mariners and the Rangers, the finale of this series, the rubber match. Glad you've joined us. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Good pitching matchup with Chris Flexen taking on Mike Foltynewicz, and we are ready for action. Here's the first pitch, brought to you by First Tech Federal Credit Union. Eli White, leadoff man, looks at strike one. So fouled back. Talking to Scott Service about Chris Flexen, the media session today. And I think I got in with the second question. I said, if you give me a grade on Flexen. I'm not a teacher, but he does a great job giving us a chance to win every time out. Very intense. Said he can be hard on himself when he gives up a hit or a run. Says he's getting over that. He makes great in-game adjustments. He's got 3 or 4 pitches working most times and works well with the catchers. Doesn't get caught in too many patterns. So we'll see how this develops today. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that's a good start to get Eli White, who had a 3-run homer last night. Here's a look at the rest of the Texas batting order.
Nate Lowe will hit second in the lineup today. Adolis Garcia, the DH, batting third. Joey Gallo, he's been hot lately, cleanup hitter, 20 home runs on the year. Brock Holt will round out the 9 for the Rangers. And for Chris Flexen, four-seam fastball at 36% of the time, the cutter at 30%. There's the changeup, the excellent ground ball pitch for him at 17%, and the curveball at 16%. So he will mix it up.
Here's Nate Lowe coming off an 0 for 5 StatCast presented by Google. Chris Woodward really doing a big shuffle of his lineup today, guys. In this series, we've seen guys flipping all through the various spots in the order.
Going right after him, yeah, with the fastball. His average fastball, 93 miles an hour. A couple of elevated fastballs here early in the ball game.
Flexen 2-0 this season against Texas with a 2.70 ERA. 13 in the third innings, 4 runs. Home plate umpire Adam Hamari. Crew chief Adrian Johnson umpired first. John Toon Payne, he's at second, and Sean Barber at third.
Or Flexen, his best pitch there this year has been his changeup. 5 lefties in the lineup, so I think we'll see the changeup often, especially to the left-handers.
Flex's record here at T-Mobile, 4-2 with a 2.05 ERA. 3 career games against Texas, the 2 this year and 1 when he was a Met back in August of 2017. Got a 5-4 victory in that one. Fly ball left field towards the line. Shed Long. Shed looks comfortable out there as we take a look at the Mariner defense.
Yeah, typically at second base, but this year he's going to play some outfield. So Shed Long Jr. is in left field. Jake Fraley is in center field. And Jake Bauers in right field. Haniger the DH this afternoon. Luis Torrens will do the catching for the Mariners.
Yeah, what What more do you have on Shedd in left field? What have you seen?
I think that, again, to your point, he's really looking more comfortable out there. I think that his routes to the ball have been more direct. Gets a pretty good jump overall. Like that play right there, that ball slicing away from him with the sun out, no problem at all. So I think more than anything, he's a good athlete. I think he's just more comfortable.
Glad to see our glasses on because we know how the sun can be this time of day on a Sunday.
The other part with Shedd too is he was putting in so much work at second base, and things have changed around for him a little bit, knowing that he's going to have to play some in the outfield, probably mostly in the outfield now with Dylan Moore at second base. Put in more time, a lot more work, and it's paying off.
Big swing and a miss by Garcia. 2 for 5, couple RBIs in last night's 7-3 win. Rangers got all over the Mariners, and Marco Gonzalez 4 in the third, 3 in the fourth. Bullpen shut him down the rest of the way. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Flexen, great start. Couple of Ks. The 8th going. An explosive start on 4th of July. Yes, indeed. When we come back, J.P. Crawford leads things off for the Mariners. Happy 4th, everybody. July. Happy 4th, everybody. Here's a look at the Mariners starting lineup.
Mariners starting lineup brought to you by Michael's Toyota of Bellevue. J.P. Crawford will lead things off. 349 on base percentage for him. Mitch Haniger, the DH today, he bats second. Ty France is your cleanup hitter today. And Luis Torrens, he's been hot since being recalled to the month of June. 6 home runs for Torrens. Mike Foltynewicz, this will be his 17th start. 2-7 with a 5.17 ERA. In 87 innings, he has 62 strikeouts, just 20 walks on the year.
Our salute to Navy veterans. Anchors away, straight away center field. Eli White is under. 1 away.
And the defense, as you just saw, Eli White will be in center field. Had been in left, but he'll move over and play center. Isaiah Kiner left, a really good shortstop. And Andy Ibanez, who was at first base yesterday, is at second this afternoon. Jonah Heim will do the catching. Foltynewicz, four-seamer at 33% of the time. There's the slider at 26%. Two-seamer at 20%. Changeup 13%. And occasional curveball for Foltynewicz.
Here's Mitch Haniger. Looking to break an 0 for 8. DHing today. Roller coaster. Couple of weeks here for Mitch Haniger. Infield 3 on the left side. Bounce foul. Fielded by Brock Holt. Mariners starting the day 44-40, 7 games behind Houston. 4.5 behind second place Oakland. Texas last place 33-50. Here's a look at the upcoming matchups in this homestand. Take us right to the All-Star break. We get the All-Star break a week from today. 2-1 to Haniger. Mariners looking to do a better job at cashing in on opportunities. Oh, that a strike. Better than they did last night. They were 0 for 6 runners in scoring position, left 8 men on in the 7-3 loss.
Yeah, unusual for them. Typically that's a strength, hitting with runners in scoring position.
And they're tied, starting today, tied for 4th in the major leagues with Boston at 271. 2-2. And tight.
Ready to hit with Foltynewicz. He works quickly, typically throws a lot of strikes. And a fly ball pitcher. He's given up 19 home runs this year, 3 of them to the Mariners. Kyle Seager with a home run last night. It's not unusual against the Rangers.
3-2 pitch. Took a little off. Fouled away.
Went back to his slider.
Be an easy play. Joey Gallo's out there, plenty of room. 2 outs. Today's SAP broadcast brought to you by the Laborers Union, 47,000 strong in the Northwest. Foltynewicz, 6'4", 195, 29 years old, out of Sterling, Illinois. Here's Kyle Seager. Home run last night, number 222. Made him the 300th player to reach 222 or more career home runs. He's tied with Jason Bay and Don Mattingly on the all-time home run list.
And for Kyle, his 15th home run on the year.
Ranger fans are tired of seeing Kyle. He has continued to wear them out. The Rangers, that is.
Kyle's been hot lately. Last 4 games, 353 with a couple of homers.
Two and one. Kyle was on base 4 times last night. 2 for 2. Had the homer. Scored 2 runs. Drew a couple of walks. 293. Career batting average against the Rangers in 172 games. Popped it up. Hanging up for the left fielder. Glasses on. David Dahl is there. The Mariners go 1-2-3. Little John Philip Sousa. The Washington Post march as we go to inning number 2. On this 4th of July, the Seattle Mariners salute the brave women and men of the United States Armed Forces and thank you for making our country the greatest place on earth to live. Just saluted here in the ballpark, one of the Navajo code breakers, and it was a pleasure to stand and salute that gentleman. Try to get his name for you as we move along in the broadcast, but he is the guest of the Mariners here today. And they're a big part of our history. The code talkers going back to World War II, and boy, God bless and thank you for your service. Joey Gallo leads off. Gallo has 1 home run against Flexen back on August 8th of 2017. Flex was a Met then. 5-4 win. Gallo and Beltre homered in that game, but Flex got the W.
Or Flexen in the first 13 pitches, 10 fastballs. Most of them at 93 miles an hour. Really working the top of the zone.
That's out of play. Marco Gonzalez got the start last night. Joey Gallo got the night off. First game of the series, he went 0 for 3, punched out 3 times and walked.
You still have to be careful. He's been hot lately. 20 home runs on the year.
Among the leaders in the league. Ian Garcia tied in that top 5. Good pitch. 1-2.
He makes some quality pitches against him. You can strike him out.
That's his middle name. Home run striker. Infield pulled way around to the right. 1-2 pitch. The wind has calmed down. When we came on first pitch, it was going pretty well towards right field. Pitch outside. Wind out of the west-northwest at 4 a few minutes ago. No doubt it'll pick up again. 3-2 to Gallo. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Flexen has run up 3 strikeouts among the first 4 men that he's faced.
I showed him the fastball and then went after him with the changeup. 3 changeups in this at bat, including this last pitch. There you can see him turn it over a little bit just off the outside corner, 82 miles an hour. That's off a 93 mile an hour fastball.
Good to get Gallo tied for 4th with about 5 other guys with 20 home runs. The American League, Ohtani leading everybody with 30, and Guerrero of Toronto has 27. There's Jonah Heim, switch hitting catcher. Had last night off. And he pops this one up. Who's going to get it? Dylan Moore says he has it. 2 down. Quick 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. All right, Mike, what are your July 4th remembrances as a player? Big days, home runs, great defensive plays.
Mostly a lot of day games. I remember that, which is nice. And you spend the evenings with your family, so I always appreciate that. As far as overall numbers, I don't remember what I did on the 4th of July, but I always enjoyed it because typically you have a nice crowd too. And it's July, so the weather's great.
Any hits against maybe some notable pitchers? Big hit here and there?
Not that I can remember on the 4th of July.
Flex way ahead here of Andy Ibanez, the second baseman. Rarely in a regular season game do you see two number 77s facing each other. Usually something you would see in spring training in baseball. Here comes the 0-2. Base blocked by Luis. Flex had no decisions in his last two games. Left the game 3-3 tie, going 5 innings against Toronto. Last home game, he went 6 2/3, left in a 1-1 game against Colorado. Went for the kick save. Glad he got rid of it. Here's Demo on the move and a cross-body throw. Well done. 1-2-3 in the second. You see them practice that all during pre-games. The song is American Patrol, the march, I should say, as we go bottom 2. Well, 4th of July, we salute Lieutenant Colonel Wes Pearl. And he is with us today. He turns 100 years young on July 10. Bless his heart. Thank you for your service. Man, oh man, 100 years old on July 10.
Great to have him out at the ballpark. Awesome.
And it's not like we've got a whole multiple legions of WW2 veterans still with us, and glad to see that gentleman. Ty France pops it up. Joey Gallo right to him. Love talking to World War II veterans, those who want to talk about their experiences. A lot of guys I've met over the years do not want to talk. Yeah, I was in the Army, I served in World War II, let's talk something baseball. And I did get stories from my dad, who was in the U.S. Army, and during those days you didn't have hardly any black troops fighting in the front lines. There were quartermasters unloading, offloading ships, and he would talk about a couple of things here and there about being in North Africa, and here come some planes. He was a sergeant. Hey, Sarge, here come some planes. He said, yeah, take cover. They're Germans. That was a clean version of that conversation. There's Jake Fraley. But it was fascinating to talk about that. And then as he, in his last days, pulled out of him that he was part of Patton's Red Ball Express, which was pretty interesting. Moving the troops around, supplies, as Fraley flails one the other way. So can't say enough about the greatest generation. Fraley 2 for 6 in a homestand. Had a string of consecutive games with home runs broken. Last night he went 0 for 3. He's 3-1 here. Infield's pulled around. Huge gap left center field if he can shoot one over. Counter for left his head. Pulls it, beats the shift that way. That works as well. Base hit, first hit of the ball game.
Hitters count, gets a fastball that he can handle at 92 miles an hour. That's pretty much in the middle of the plate. Big delivery, Supermo, solid line drive, base hit for Fraley. Mariners like to run, and Fraley can certainly steal a base. Exit velo of 108. That's right on the button.
1 out and 1 on brings up Luis Torrens. He did some flexing of his muscles a couple of nights ago. Opposite field, 430-foot plus blast, a home run. Home run number 8, RBI number 16. First time he's seeing Foltynewicz. That home run came with 1 out, 8th inning, and what proved to be a 5-4 Mariner 10-inning win. Put the Mariners up 4-3, but the Rangers come back and tie it in the 9th on the RBI by John Hicks. He goes opposite way this time, standing in the yard. Center fielder Eli White is there. 2 down. Time now for this date in MLB history, brought to you by Geico. Another opportunity to celebrate the great game of baseball as well as Mariners. And this is one of the most historic days in the history of the game. Full house, Yankee Stadium, and you've heard it a million times and it never gets old. Lou Gehrig, the phrase that sticks out as one of the most remembered phrases in the history of baseball. With Echo, today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Boy, you go back and look at his numbers, black numbers all through, leader, MVP, the back end of his career is when the All-Star game started, 33. But just the absolute
RBI numbers.
Oh, sick. He had a .93 one year, which tells you how good the Yankees were to have that many dudes on base. But he went to high school on 42nd Street, Manhattan, Commerce High School, went to Columbia University in New York City. Pulled foul. Some of the old timers I met when I first I was a young man in the newspapers. He was still a guy that a lot of those guys that talked, they had grown up and seen him in New York. Talked about the power of Gehrig. And obviously the Ruth Gehrig combo was ridiculous. The numbers they put up. Jake Bauers trying to get his hitting streak to 5 ball games. Right over our heads.
The Mariners have tomorrow off, and then the Yankees will be in town Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Weather's supposed to be great. Come on out to the ballpark.
What a 2 to Jake Bauers. Playing the shift on him. And he's done, so the Mariners. Nothing can beat the U.S. Air Force. That's what it sounds like. Now off we go to the wild blue yonder. Rangers, Mariners, no score. T-Mobile coverage cam. So we come back with more of Robert Cranford's Wild Blue Yonder Air Force. The march that they use, music 1938, the lyrics in 1947. Nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. They got a beautiful campus out in Colorado, the U.S. Air Force Academy. Here is David Dahl batting in the 7th hole. 7, 8, 9 coming up. Dahl, Kiner, Falefa, and Holt. Flexions look good. 6 up, 6 down, 3 strikeouts swinging.
First inning, he went after him with his fastball, top of the zone. Last inning, we saw the changeup.
A dribbler, Ty France. You get it?
Speaking of the changeup.
1 away. Flex off to a good start. Mariner Value Games presented by BECU. They are the best way to enjoy Mariner baseball for the price you want. Now get your seats as low as $10 to see Marco Gonzalez and the Mariners host Shohei Ohtani and the Angels for a full value weekend. We're talking about Friday, July 9 through Sunday the 11th. Go to mariners.com/value to get your seats right now. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Keep him off the base path. He's got 15 stolen bases. Really good athlete. Gold Glover at third last year, playing it short, doing a good job this year for the Rangers. Flexing. Getting after it. Look at Scott Servais. That gives us a really good chance to win a game.
He's been really consistent this year. He's only had a couple of outings where that wasn't the case, and I think he'll take that.
Tell you what, I like it. I've heard his post-game comments in some of the games, a couple of games where he had his hiccups, and he really can't be hard on himself. He is brutally honest.
He owns it, that's for sure.
Well, you don't even want to repeat some of the stuff, but it's like he does put his name on it. Easy play out there for Bauer, 2 down. He doesn't shy away from the hard questions. He attacks him head on. He's rolling so far, 8 up, 8 down.
Well, he's filling up the strike zone. 31 pitches, 22 strikes, 8 batters, 6 first pitch strikes. Excellent location with his fastball early on. That's typically a good sign for him.
Brock Holt, he's at third. He had yesterday off, Friday. So leadoff man went 1 for 5. They had a 2-run single in the 3rd inning. The Mariners win Friday, 19th come from behind victory of the season.
They've been unreal. Extra inning games this year, been terrific.
Easy play for Demo. Dillmore throws him out, and Chris Flexen 9 up, 9 down, rolling early. There's got to be a policeman here somewhere, right? Let's check out today's Subaru Scenic US 2 eastbound. This is Moses Cooley. You're driving through at a high rate of speed. Dillmore shows bunt. Boy, third baseman. It's 2 area codes away, and that was a good thought there by Dylan Moore.
Well, Brock Holt, the third baseman, he's going to move right back there again. Doesn't believe him.
You can understand Dylan trying to lay down a bunt, especially for a base hit, trying to break an 0 for 11. He is 1 for 3 career with a home run against Foltynewicz. Tough first half of the season at the plate for Dylan Moore, sub 200. Skipper, though, very high on his defense at second base. Infield has been outstanding. Perry Hilkin, don't blame him for being a little chesty when you talk about his infield. They have played really well. Major League best 87 double plays. Strike 3 called. Backdoor breaking ball. So back-to-back called strikes thrown up by Foltynewicz.
Gets ahead of him with the fastball. Breaking ball maybe just off the inside corner, but able to get the call. Here's the curveball at 78 miles an hour. Talking about the Mariners infield, Perry Hill. You think Sunday, day game, 4th of July, maybe take the day off. Nope, they were out there again this morning.
That's how they roll.
Yeah.
They don't miss it. And I tell you what, if Perry were about a minute late, somebody'd be going looking for him. But he's always the first one out there with the bag and the buckets.
Yeah.
And the guys are happy to be down there and getting their work in. It's good stuff. One of them right here, Shed Long. He is thrilled. Dad got in last night. Grandma, aunts, and some cousins. Barbecue big time. So tonight and tomorrow.
That'll be a nice fourth.
One and two to Shedd.
Swinging through a changeup at 86.
Shedd batted in Friday's game, went 0 for 3, batting in the 6th while he played second base. He's in left field today. Pull around to the right on him. Second time the Mariners seeing Foltynewicz this season, May 7th. Down in Texas. Foltynewicz got a no decision. And the Mariners beat him here on May 29th. He went 7 innings. Left the game trailing 2-1. Outside 2-2. Jarred Kelenic, 9th home run. 2-1 Rainiers. Strike 3 called, worked inside. 3 consecutive called strikeouts for Foltynewicz.
And that's a tough pitch. Fastball, borderline on the inside corner and up. Going behind the catcher for the Rangers, framing it 93 miles an hour on the two-seamer.
Adam Homari, the home plate umpire today. Top of the order, J.P. Crawford. Crawford, couple of home runs and one in each of the 2 meetings against Foltynewicz back in May.
Flew out to center his first time up.
And jumped on the first pitch. He's been on quite a roll. 5-game hitting streak. 1-0. Goes back to center field and Eli White again. This game moving along quickly. We go to the 4th, scoreless. Today's game is brought to you by your Western Washington Toyota dealers, where you will find the exciting new Venza, Toyota's first ever exclusively all-wheel drive hybrid. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Happy 4th of July, happy safe, and especially tomorrow coming home. If you're out on the road, if you're away from home, we got a good pitching matchup working here. Mike Foltynewicz and Chris Flexen getting after it, posting some zeros.
Yeah, both of them filling up the strike zone too, so the hitters are having to be aggressive, but some weak contact, some quick outs.
Flex is 9 up, 9 down. He's back to the top of the order, and Eli White. White, Nate Lowe, and Adolis Garcia.
Flexen, 3 strikeouts for him. There you go, first pitch strikes. First time through the lineup, 7 of 9.
Those strikeouts came among the first 4 in the lineup. Eli White. Seager even with the bag at 3rd. Somebody's going to get a souvenir. Oh, the guy in the red shirt almost made the play. Could not hold on.
Didn't see it. 2 hands or go for the one-handed grab?
They tried for the belt high 2-hand catch and it was too hot.
Well, that's okay. 2 hands. I like it. Give yourself a chance.
Absolutely. Chris Flexen out of the Bay Area, Newark, California. 1-1.
Yeah, he's pitched well lately. Last 3 starts, a 1.83. He pitched well in this ballpark coming into the game. 2.05 ERA at home.
That's hanging up. Who can get under it? It's going to be Bauer. Bowers makes the catch. Eli White retired. Bring up Nate Lowe, left-hand hitter. He's at first base today. Flight out to left. Mariners outfield Long, Fraley, and Bowers. The infield Seager, Crawford, Moore, and France with Torrens behind the dish, and Chris Flexen on the mound. Flex making his 15th start.
Against Lowe, his first time up was a number of fastballs at the top of the zone. Pain at the outside corner.
Finally got a chance to shake Flex's hand about a week or so ago when we were allowed back down on the field. Had done a Zoom with him back in January. 1-1 pitch. I remember talking to he and Tom Murphy at the same time. He said, what's one of the keys to you getting things turned around? And he talked about all the weight that he lost and changed his diet. Heard him in an interview with a flagship radio station talking about he got with his trainer. There's the first base hit of the ball game for the Rangers. Changed his diet and boy was committed to working out down in Florida and dropped a ton of weight.
Well, here you go, first base hit on the changeup, 83 miles an hour, actually off the plate away from him. Although he hits it off the end of the bat, but he'll pick up a base hit. Yeah, I think when you commit yourself to something like that, you're probably going to be more disciplined about everything that you're going to do.
That's playing through.
Yep.
Flexen having success after a lot of down, just not good time with the Mets. But then he goes over to Korea and goes 8-4 with Doosan in the KBO with a 3.01 ERA last year. Fly ball standing in the yard off the bat at Garcia. It's going to be Fraley taking control.
I could tell. I'm glad he did because Shed was having a tough time seeing it. The good news is he let him know, so Fraley took over. Yeah, that's good. Have some communication out there. Talk about it.
So that base hit by Lowe breaks up any opportunity Chris Flexen had to join the great Satchel Paige and Dave Righetti throwing no-nos on July 4. I remember that July 4, 83. Righetti throwing a no-hitter. The great Satchel Paige threw his with the Pittsburgh Crawfords. 2 out, 1 on. Joey Gallo struck out, 1-2 pitch first time up.
They just showed him the fastball and then was able to get him out on the changeup. Threw him a couple of changeups off the outside corner.
Dave Righetti in 83 no-no'd the Boston Red Sox in Yankee Stadium. Here's the 0-1, 2 out, runner at first. Shift is on for Gallo. What's not to love about the aggressive nature of Chris Flexen today? This is awesome. Hey man, here it is. Coming right after you. Both these guys have good speed. Here comes Shed. He's there. Flexen gives up a harmless single as we go bottom 4. No score. It's showtime here at T-Mobile Park next Tuesday through Thursday. The Pinstripers come to town. Don't miss Mitch Haniger and the Mariners going head-to-head with Aaron Judge and the Yankees for 3 games, including a midweek matinee on Wednesday the 8th. Get your tickets at Mariners.com. Pete Alonso just homered for the Mets. They tied the Yankees at 5-5 in the 7th. Here's your pitching matchups for that series. Here's Haniger to lead off, and he gets hit by a pitch. Second Mariner base runner. The first, a 1-out single by Fraley. Second inning.
Delivery Supermo and the first pitch. Maybe hit the elbow guard, but that's more up on his shoulder. Didn't seem to bother him too much.
Kyle Seager flied out to left first time. The Yankees playing a doubleheader. Jump on a plane, fly out here. And we'll see them on Tuesday. Played a split doubleheader. They're tied at 5, top 7 right now. Boston and Oakland just early on in their game, no score, top of the 4th. Angels 2-0 at home against Baltimore in the 3rd. Houston, another win, 4-3 at Cleveland in 10. Don't blame Kyle. Tim Licker was saying that, talking to him yesterday. Hey man, they're going to give you that. Take it. Tim Licker, the hitting coach for the Mariners.
Well, we've seen him do it.
A couple of nights ago, Shed Long got down to bunt, kept it fair.
I think when you're somebody like Kyle and up there to drive in runs, hit the ball out of the ballpark, and every now and then you take a shot at it, which I agree. I think there's good timing for it. But when you end up bunting it back to the pitcher, man, you feel like you gave an AB away.
There's no hole that can be dug quick enough to get into after something like that.
That is great when it works out.
Earlier today, Dodgers win at Washington 5-1. They started at 11 a local time because of all the big 4th of July doings in our nation's capital. Padres pounded the Phillies 11-1. Manny Machado with a home run. Milwaukee actually lost the game. Pittsburgh beat them 2-0. I think that was an 11-game win streak. That is out of play. Tampa Bay won a game, win against Toronto 5-1. Cubs lose again. Oh my goodness. Cincy 3-2. Back-to-back one-run games by the Reds. Cardinals lead 2-1 at Colorado. Minnesota 5-0 at KC in the 9th. Atlanta, Miami 7-7 in the 9th. Update there. Mariners done some good work here at home. 1-2 pitch to Kyle. Base hit, walk, home run, walk and a run scored for Seager last night. Both teams with one hit. Slicing drive, sending Dahl back to his left. He makes a catch. Haniger has to get back. Get a good look at Ty France here. Flied out to right. First pitch swinging, opening up the 2nd inning. How about the 12th pitch at bat he had in last night's game? My goodness. What a battle. Wound up getting a double to left. 12th pitch at bat, the 8th. Longest at bat by pitches this season, and the longest since a 12th pitch at bat to JP back on September 16, 2 years ago at Oakland, which resulted in a ground out. This one hit hard, blows it by Kiner Falefa in the left field for a base hit. First and second, Mariners one out in the 4th.
You make a pitcher throw 12 pitches in that bat, that's already a win, but then when you pay it off with a double, feel really good about it. Exit velo of 103, solid base hit for Ty France. Turning on a fastball. Braley had a base hit his first time up. Solid line drive into right field.
He worked the count deep to 3-1. Really coming into his own this last few weeks. 7 homers and 22 runs batted in. Look what he's done. Runners in scoring position. Good work there. He's behind 0-2. Luis Torrens is on deck. 1 out, 2 on. Ball and 2 strikes. Foltynewicz likes that fastball inside today. Haniger, the faster of the 2 runners on base right now, as Fraley gets into one deep right field. Gallo, though, has it under control. He's on the track. Haniger goes back to tag, and he'll get the 3rd easily. Jake gave it a ride. Not enough. 2 down. And Haniger at 3rd now with France at 1st. Brings up Luis Torrens, who flied out right center field his first time up.
I think Fraley hit that towards the end of the bat a little bit. Driving it out to right field. Just missing it.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Mariners. No runs, 1 hit. No errors for Texas. Reds trying to change that with a 2-out knock. Runner at 3rd. Breaking ball for strike. Way outside. Curious to see what moves might be coming up once we come back from the All-Star break at the Mariner Ball Club and just all around baseball. Foul back. Now, Luis Torrens, a .212 hitter, runners in scoring position, looking to build on that. Improve on that. Going to do it with 2 outs and a 1-2 count.
They're pitching him away right now. Eli White, the center fielder, shading towards right center, expecting him to hit the other way.
He goes that way, drives Gallo back, gone, gone! Luis Torrens! A power surge this week, a 3-run jack. Mariners in front here on Texas on the 4th of July, the first explosion of the day for Luis. His 9th home run takes his RBI total to 19. A little rocket red glare.
Well, for Luis, he figured it out. First 3 pitches away from him, set up away again, and he looks out over the plate. This is belt high. And drives it over the fence in right field. Exit velo of 102, 374 feet. His 9th home run of the year.
3-0 lead for the Mariners. Luis picking up where he left off in the first game Friday when he torched one about 4:30, going well beyond the right center field fence. Back-to-back games for Luis, homering against the Rangers. Boy, did he get under that one. Jake Bauers, he's going to get it. First baseman taking control. Hey, low, he's there. Big blast. Good to see it. Luis Torrens, 3-run homer. Mariners in front. 4th of July, and Chris Flexen off to a good start through 4. Shutout baseball, giving up 1 hit, striking out 3 of the first 4 men that he's faced on his game. Trying to win his 7th game of the season and get his 4th career win, 3rd this season, against the Texas Rangers. And he's got Jonah Heim, Andy Ibanez, and David Dahl coming up here in the 5th. And he was just buoyed by his catcher hitting a 3-run homer. Torrens home run Friday, and now a 3-run shot for a 3-0 lead for the Mariners. Jonah Heim popped out to Dylan Moore, first time up. Wind has changed a little bit, blowing out towards the left slightly, not a heavy breeze. I don't think it'll factor in too much for any balls put play up in the air that way. 1-1.
Well, for Flexen, he's been aggressive in the strike zone with his fastball. Starting to see his changeup. Also mixing in his cutter. Not happy with that changeup.
Jonah Heim, switch hitting catcher. Turned on it a little bit too quickly.
Trying to get in on his hands with the cutter. 89 miles an hour. Ended up right on the corner.
Big Flex goes 2-2 here against Heim. Easy fly ball. Center fielder coming on. It's going to be Fraley. Wow. Might not have seen it exactly right off the bat.
No, he didn't. He kind of froze a little bit in center field, and by the time he picked it up, I think the infielders were assuming he had it all the way. He is calling it towards the end. It was a late break on it. Typically, he's pretty good about that, so I think you're right, Dave. I think maybe he just had a tough time seeing it off the bat. Good news is he can run.
Well, they get wheels out there today. Long, Fraley, and Bowers. Crawford and Moore, good speed. Seager and France, they do their job. They do. Speed is not on their punch list. They can hit.
I think Ty would agree with you. Kyle will tell you he deserves to be with those other guys.
And he'll be voted off the island on that one, too, with that opinion. 1-0 pitch to Ibanez. That's it pretty well. Down the line. Foul ball.
Kyle could steal some bases earlier in his career. He'll still try it from time to time, but not as often as he used to.
I still get a kick out of every time I'm writing down my scorecard. Put his batting average, home runs, RBIs, the double, and he's got a triple. Mariners only have 5, and he's got one of them. Bless his heart. He did ghost his home plate umpire, Adam Omari. David Dahl, the left fielder, is on deck. 3-run homer, Luis Torrens in the 4th with a 3-0 Mariner lead. Two. Boy, had him bailing out big time. 2-2, 1 out, nobody on. Got a full count. I have Flex for this being his first full count. Good side as we play here in the 5th. Another high fly ball with his glasses on. Here comes Shed Long. 2 down. We check in with Tom Glasgow for the first time today.
David, thanks so much from the Ford Sports Desk. How about some hashtag where I root as we check in on M's fans, including Robert Upshaw, wishing all of us a happy 4th. That's very kind of you. June, Betty, Carol, first game for Cooper. Look at Cooper. All right, first of many we assume. And Lisa Long, happy 4th. Family day at the Diamond Club. Fellas, you can't rock the 4th any better than that.
I walked through there this morning, or yesterday morning. Impressive place, the Diamond Club here at T-Mobile Park. Strike 1 to David Dahl. Grounded out to Ty France. Chris Flexen showing us that he indeed, for the baby boomers, can work at a Bob Gibson, Jim Cott pace and throw strikes too.
Last pitch looked like a pretty good cutter off the plate, getting him to chase it at 88 miles an hour.
Comebacker.
Yeah, he found it.
Blocked it like a goalie. Throws high, but in time. Well done. Through 5. Flex. Mariners. They lead at 3-0. Happy birthday, number 245 USA. 3-0 Mariners. Mariners going for the series win. And how about the body save here by Chris Flexen?
Yeah, trying to get his glove up in time. It looked like it hit him more in the ribs, but unfortunately it fell right down and he was able to find it. And watch Fraley in center field on this, what is a routine fly ball out to left. We showed Shed Long and Fraley having a conversation earlier when Shed couldn't find the ball. And look at all the ground that Fraley covers to just make sure he was watching Shed the entire way. So not taking anything for granted. You'd like to see that from your young outfielders.
Tell you what, I've seen a lot of action like this. This team, Mariners, they do a heck of a job backing up. There was a play at first the other day. The left fielder came in. I think it was a throw from right field. The pitcher was backing up third. And I've seen a lot of that. I've seen Bowers, I've seen Haniger back up throws that might be coming to first. They start shading over. It's very, I mean, it's a little thing. We don't cover it a lot on TV. You know, somebody, if you've been with baseball your entire life, you know to do that. But it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to do it.
Yeah, because we also know that other teams that we have seen have taken that for granted. I like the fact that earlier in the game, Shed lost the ball out there and Fraley was able to make the catch. They had a pretty good conversation about it at one point. And typically, depending on where the sun is at, it'll move around on you some. And those guys know who has a better angle on it. And I think for Fraley, probably told him I have no problem.
He hung one, but Dylan hooked it foul. Oh, good catch.
Yes, it was.
Brought his glove and it paid off.
Everybody around him happy about it, too.
Yeah, right. His cell phone's going to blow up any second.
Yeah.
Great catch.
Yeah, it was. But I think the other part to that, too, Dave, to your point, is that ball was over towards the line, routine. Play for him.
Nice play there. Yeah,
and most center fielders will not run that far.
Sure.
You know, but I just like the fact that Fraley was able to do that. And you know, we talk about these guys working, especially today on their infield practice, but they do all those fundamental things. And as a young group, they do a nice job of staying with it.
Well, I'm sure Frail said, "Hey, man, I'm here for you."
Yeah.
And if you put up that distress sign, I'll be standing next to you before you know it.
Well, yeah, and then think about how Shed feels about that now, because after he caught that, he turned to his left, and Fraley's standing right there. He says, "Okay, good. He has me today. If something happens."
Yeah.
That's a nice feeling. Speaking of Shed, give a second at bat.
Struck out looking first time. Foldenevich, 3 strikeouts, all looking. They came consecutively. Bowers to end the second, and then Moore and Long, first 2 outs in the 3rd inning. He leans on this one. way back, and gone. Shed Long with the family in the building gives the Mariners a 4-0 lead. His 4th home run of the season, his 14th RBI. Oh, did he get into that one? Pham is here.
They have a term for this, and it's called backlegging him, and that's exactly what happens right here. He stays on the backside, leans back, keeps it fair, and hits it off the restaurant. I mean, exit velo of 110, 423 feet. That is crushed.
I always go back to our
Trying to break a window.
He'll gladly pay the tab.
Yeah.
There's JP.
Well, that's great with all of his family here.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Go back to the conversation from 2 years ago. Dude, describe yourself. I can hit.
And they were trying to figure out even then what position he was going to play. Scott Service backed him up on that too, by the way.
So he's checking a couple of boxes here. Got a home run on Canada Day, July 1, and now July 4th. So he's taking care of North America. He's going to have to do something for Mexico. Generally, I like the pyrotechnics. Not thrilled when they're blowing in our face here, as it's about to.
Moving across the field.
Bastille Day coming up, but keep that in mind for Shed. Let's mark that down on the 14th. And September 16th, Mexican Independence Day. So plenty of opportunities out there to take care of multiple countries. Do a nice little United Nations appeal. Big, oh, baby. Look at Vogie on the right. Rocket, son. Travis Shaw on the left. I get Vogie on points. I'll give him a slight win with Vogie rocking it. One thing about Daniel Vogel, 2 things. He can hit a ball a long way, and he likes to have fun. That is a Vogie look if I ever saw one. Strikeout of JP was the 4th for Foltynewicz. Haniger behind 0-2. A Shed Long cloud hanging over us here. Fireworks set off after a Mariner home run. Two and two. Two pitch to Haniger. He's worked it full. Kyle Seager's on deck. And holding on is Heim. Good inning for the Mariners. A Shed Long home run. It was a beauty. It was no doubt about it. His 4th of the season. The Mariner lead is 4-0. Mariners baseball is brought to you by Alaska Airlines. Book now, mask up, let's go. And by Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, the Mariners official partner in health, keeping the Northwest healthy at vmfh.org. Update the Chris Flexen numbers against the Texas Rangers. 3 starts, 2-0. Look at that ERA, 196. 18 1/3, just 2 walks. You gotta love that. Ditto the 11 Ks and a 215 batting average. He's got 8, 9, and 1 coming up here in the 6th. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. The first pitch strike. Flex out of the gate, retired the first 10 hitters. Gave up a base hit, and since then retired the next 5. Kiner Falefa, first time he flied out to Jake Bauers in right.
Just quality strikes from him. Look at that EQC tracer. One on the inside corner, one on the outside corner. At times he'll elevate to the top of the zone. Change up down. Fastball at the top of the zone.
Kiner Falefa leading off here behind 0-2. Flexen to the plate.
Ooh, just missed it. There's a cutter. That's a terrific pitch. 0-2 pitch. Doesn't get much better than that.
Great numbers for the Mariners when they get 4 or more runs. And Luis holds on. Strikeout number 4, first since the second inning. One down here in the 6th.
Set up on the inside corner, and that's exactly where it ends up at 93 miles an hour. Velo on his fastball has been consistent today, right there at 93.
Brock Holt grounded out to Dylan Moore at second. Pretty much straight up in the infield. Outfield tilted left. Just over Demo's head. Maybe a little bit more than just, but it was over his head. Base hit. Second hit of the afternoon for the Rangers.
Yeah, and Holt, a veteran hitter, has been around for a while. First pitch fastball in the middle of the plate. Wasn't going to give it to him. Barrels it up.
Rangers 12th in batting average, tied for 11th with the Rangers, with the Mariners in scoring. 4.14 runs per ball game. See if the Mariners can turn too. They've gone the last 2 games without one.
Well, for Flexen, that's commonplace for him. 14 double plays starting behind him this year. Nice play with another glove. Nice.
On a long rebound.
Yeah, but 14 double plays behind Flexen this year. That's second most in the American League. Greinke's in front of him.
Thursday, the Mariners turned 2 double plays, so nothing since then. They are poised for one right here. Eli White. 0-2. White has struck out and flied to right. Flexen struck out 4, has not walked anyone. First hit he gave up was Nate Lowe. 4th inning, a 1-out single. Holtz aboard here in the 6th. Been a home run power today for the Mariners. 3-run shot by Torrens and a solo blast by Shed Long Jr. With those home runs, the Mariners have now homered in 13 consecutive ball games. Two balls, 2 strikes. To Eli White. One out, one on. Looking for a double play ball. Foul ball there. Count stays at 2-2.
Spoiled a pretty good pitch. 93. Borderline on the outside corner. EQC tracer. And probably just off the edge.
Oldenevich in deep thought, giving up 2 home runs. 2-2 pitch, chance for 2. Seager gives ground. There's 1, and they won't get the other one. Eli White can motor. And now time for a word from Mike's Hard Lemonade.
It's Mike's Hard Lemonade season. Nobody makes lemonade like Mike's.
Two outs. Fielder's choice has Eli White aboard at first base. Flexen deal with Nate Lowe. Slide to left and single to left. And congratulations to Yusei Kikuchi. He is an all-star. Well-deserved honor for Yusei Kikuchi. He's having an outstanding season. Good for him. Look at that, 6-3 with a 3.18, 11 quality starts.
11 quality starts. He's tied with Clayton Kershaw for the most in the majors.
Ground ball, Demo deflects it. Eli White will go to third. No throw. Hard hit ball off the bat of Nate Lowe. That'll be a base hit.
Well, the first time that Flexen has been in a little bit of trouble. Hit right back up the middle. Dylan trying to keep it on the infield. Right off the end of his glove. Eli White, leadoff hitter for the Rangers, can run, so he's able to scamper around and get to third.
Got a good hitter here, Adolis Garcia. Strikeout and a fly to center.
A dangerous hitter, 20 home runs on the year.
He's thinking just that. Down 4-0, couple of men on. Dribbler. Flex. Ah, boy. Can't get it. That'll score a run. The base hit. RBI. Garcia's 58th. Scoring in the play is White.
And Garcia, he can really run down the line. Flexen trying to get to it. Only chance if he had stayed on his feet.
Pete Woodward going to come out and try to start a new flow here for Flexen.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that, and to check on to make sure everything is fine. The only chance there is if Seager was going to be able to make the play, and I don't think so. He was playing deep because of the power of Garcia. Another dangerous hitter in Gallo. He also has 20 home runs.
A little wary situation right here. Strikeout and a fly out for Gallo. Ian Garcia, 20 home runs. He got Flexen for a home run a while ago, like a while ago being August 8th, 2017. Joey Gallo's career home run chart against the Mariners. Yeah, he is. We've seen him do it all, Mike.
Yeah, 18 home runs and power to all fields, as you can see from that chart. Be very careful with him.
One to Gallo.
That's the way Chris has gone after him. Fastball in the inside corner, changeup just off the plate away.
Had a good trip, road trip for Texas, 6 for 13. He's coming off an 0 for 3 on Friday. 2-1. Bowers deep straight away in right field. Fraley shading towards left center. (4-1) Mariner lead here in the 6th. Strike 2 to Joey Gallo. Count evens at 2-2. Gallo the tying run at the plate. Well, in Seattle, cue up some Hendricks. Why not? 2-2, 2 out, 2 on. Pitch to Gallo. Full count. Jonah Heim on deck.
I'm a switch hitter. Anthony Misiewicz, left-hander, getting loose in the pen for the Mariners. There's Anthony.
Payoff pitch. Runner's going to take off. A 3-2 to Gallo. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Keeps the lead at 4-1. A big K rung up by Chris Flexen. 4-1 Mariners. Mobile coverage, Cam, on this beautiful Sunday, the 4th of July in Seattle. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew with you. Mariners with a 4-1 lead. So taking down the third baseline. To the third baseman, Kyle Seager, leading off for the Mariners here in the home 6th. Chris Flexen has been outstanding. Gave up a run on 3 hits, stranded 2 top half of this inning. Seager twice flied out to left. Infield pulled around to the right on Kyle. 0-1. One to Kyle. Ty France, Jake Fraley to follow. Right into the shift. One away.
Hey, we talk about it all the time, and that's scouting reports. And scouting reports is one thing. Scouting report on Gallo, this big at bat right here, is going to be fastball inside, changeup down out of the strike zone. That's a little cutter right there, trying to get him out of this inning. Ends up being 3-2 count. He goes right back to the changeup again at 82 miles an hour to get a strikeout. So he's been able to punch him out a couple of times. That was a big part of the ball game right there with 20 home runs on the year. So you have a good game plan, but can you execute it? Flexen able to do that in that situation with a lot of pressure on him.
1 for 2 today and a run scored for Ty France. Gallo with no problem here. 2 down. Will bring up Jake Fraley. Single to right, flied out to right. This Independence Day broadcast is presented by USAA, proudly serving the military community. Thank all of you for your service. Got an uncle in Arizona. Uncle KJ just turned 76 yesterday. U.S. Navy. Want to know to Frails?
Savage had been getting loose, but now it's Drew Steckenrider, right-hander for the Mariners. He's cranking it up in the bullpen.
One. 2-1 to Jake Fraley. 3-run homer, 4th inning. Coming with 2 outs off the bat of Luis Torrens. He goes opposite field like he did Friday. And then a prodigious home run shed long off the facing of the restaurant. Just kept it fair. Slicing drive. Fraley can run. And so can Eli White. Thought that might have been able to get through. 1-2-3 go the Mariners in the 6th. They've got a 4-1 lead. 4-1 Mariner lead, and a big part of it, Chris Flexen, an outstanding 6-inning performance.
He was terrific in command. Fastball 93 miles an hour, cutter at 89. Had the great changeup today, typically 82 miles an hour. More importantly, though, it was just paint today. That's a big strikeout of Gallo with the changeup and a 3-2 count. Overall for Flexen, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Didn't walk anybody. A big key for him. 5 strikeouts. He threw 81 pitches, 68% first pitch strikes.
Dave Valley joins us right now from our studios. Val, happy 4th. First of all, happy and healthy to you and the fam. But you got to, as a catcher, from a catcher standpoint, you got to love what Flexen turned in today.
Well, I'll tell you, guys, just his ability to throw strikes and pitch in the strike zone today was just fantastic. Good fastball. Again, he's not a guy who's going to throw a 99-mile-an-hour fastball by it, but because he's able to locate, because he has such great command, he has the ability to pitch all around the zone and not make those mistakes out over the middle. But below, I heard you mention that 3-2 changeup. Anytime a pitcher is confident enough to throw a 3-2 changeup, tells me how much he believes in his stuff. And that, as you had mentioned, what a big strikeout to Joey Gallo.
Hey, Val, I think the other thing, too, you mentioned his fastball at 93 miles an hour, and he'll work the top of the zone, throw it on both sides of the plate. But just watching him, you know, looking down on the field and watching him, his fastball seems to me like it plays up more than the 93. And I think it's because of the changeup and that little cutter that he has at 89.
Absolutely. Anytime you can throw a changeup for a strike, and he's proven to the opponents that he'll throw it at any time. That fastball, even though it's 93, and you know it's probably just a little bit, it's probably just an average fastball in the major leagues, but because that speed differential from the fastball to the changeup is about 10 miles an hour, that's all you need right there. So it doesn't matter if you're throwing 90 and then an 80-mile-an-hour changeup, or you're throwing 99 and it's an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. That difference between the two is what keeps hitters so off balance.
Al, is there something to this? I mean, watching Flex, and he's pitched well now in his last 4 outings and pitched well against the Rangers this year. He's really pitched well in this ballpark, but I was talking about it a little bit earlier, and that is it's one thing to have a scouting report and to go through a lineup. It's another thing to be able to execute it. And it just seems to me with whatever he's going to throw, he's throwing it with conviction, and he is definitely executing the game plan.
Yeah, I think conviction is the biggest key for the success of any pitcher, that every time he gets a sign, he goes and puts that ball in his hand. He has the ability to think in his mind first, this is the right pitch and this is the right location. And once you start believing in that as a competitor, as a performer, then that confidence level just starts to go through the roof. And again, not to go back on that 3-2 changeup, but that tells me that conviction is there. You know, you see it, you know it's the right pitch. Some guys just don't have the ability to throw it with the confidence that we've seen Flexen do today.
Yeah, I think the other thing and the last thing for me, Val, is when you look at this Mariner ball club and they're working their way to the All-Star break, a week away from that. You know, Scott Servais pulling him after 81 pitches of backing off. They are back down to a 5-man rotation again. They have been helped with some days off, but he also has one of the best bullpens going. He's going to turn it over to those guys. I don't have any problems with that at all. Yeah,
I agree. You know, I know we talked a little bit about this before, but the fact that Flexen had a full season last year, I think any time you can kind of cut his workload a little bit lighter, I think that's a good thing. Not that 81 pitches. I'm sure he could go out there and throw another 20 pitches. But if you're confident enough to hand that ball to your bullpen, as you mentioned with Steckenrider and Graveman doing the job that they've been doing, it's a good way to lighten the load of a guy that you're going to need all the way through September.
I lied about one more. Yusei Kikuchi making the All-Star team.
Fantastic. You know, we've seen the growth of this guy since he first came over to the Mariners. I think we talked about conviction. I think he's got that in his stuff now. I think he's starting to believe that he is good, and we're starting to see that come out every time he takes that ball out on the mound.
Val, is always a pleasure, man. Thank you. Catch you on Mariners Postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. I agree with that. I think for me, that's the biggest point about Kikuchi. He believes in himself, and guys been telling him, I keep quoting Taijuan Walker, but he said, dude, you got 98, use it. And he has really competed. Bullpen has been really good. Shed Long makes the play, and a 1-2-3 7th inning. Mariners 4-1, as we'll stick around for God Bless America on this 4th of July. Happy 4th, everybody.
Before we say take me out to the ball game here on this Sunday, July 4th, we ask you to please rise and direct your attention to the area behind home plate. Presenting God Bless America, please welcome once again Senior Master Sergeant Megan Fry.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Take me out to the ball game. Yes, indeed. Take me out to play Washington's lottery. When you play, all of Washington wins. In fact, over the last 10 years, more than $1.2 billion have been contributed to education. Money well spent. Look at this glorious day in Seattle, 4th of July. Happy 4th and a safe one to you and your family. Mariners enjoying a 4-1 lead, trying to win the rubber match in this series against Mike Foltynewicz and the Texas Rangers. And stepping in to lead off here in the 7th, Luis Torrens. Before the game, Luis, we saw him out dead center field in front of the 401 sign, just on the grass, just before the track. And we saw a guy out there and he wasn't moving. Well, it turns out it was Luis. He had his catcher shin guards on. He was on a knee and he was in a long prayer, or certainly a moment of solitude. And it paid off, if you will, in the 4th inning with the 3-run homer. He's homered in his last 2 ball games and went opposite field just like the mega blast he hit Friday. This one was impressive, but not as impressive in terms of length and carry as the Friday blast, but it counts on the scoreboard.
We're
keeping score, so that's the most important thing.
That's right. The timing of it was great. 3-run homer.
2-1 pitch. But we looked out. So what's somebody? Because usually, you know, the catcher, the starting catcher's out there, a little stretch, pitcher, and then he was the only guy out there for the longest time. And I said it's one of our guys, and it was Luis. Torrens, Bowers, and Moore. Here in the 7th against Foltynewicz. And Luis is aboard. Back-to-back appearances. How about, here we go, all-star pitchers. Look at that. Garrett Cole, Lance Lynn, Carlos Rodon, Shane Bieber, Shohei Ohtani, Roldis Chapman. Who's going to score against these guys? Liam Hendricks, Matt Barnes, Nathan Eovaldi, Kyle Gibson, Yusei Kikuchi. Ryan Presley and Gregory Soto. That is a lineup. And then the reserves. This isn't too shabby either. Mike Zunino, Jose Altuve, Bo Bichette, Carlos Correa, Matt Olson, Jose Ramirez, Jared Walsh, Michael Brantley, Joey Gallo, Adolis Garcia, Cedric Williams, Nelson Cruz, Bo Stick, baby, and JD Martinez. That is a healthy lineup. What a roster, my goodness. Some of those big bombers in there. It's a shame more guys aren't participating in the home run derby. Bowers, strikeout looking, and a pop to first. That walk by Foltynewicz, by the way, walking Luis his first free pass today.
I think Luis caught a break on that. Foltynewicz was not happy about it all. Looked like it was on the plate and didn't get the call. Mariners will take it.
Infield pulled around to the right. Popped it up. Long run. Kiner Falefa is there. One away. Bring up Dylan Moore. Strikeout looking and foul out to the first baseman Nate Lowe. Foltynewicz, here he is pitching in the seventh, into the seventh. He went 7 against Oakland in his last start, picked up a win. Fifth time. Sixth time he's been into the seventh inning. Let's see if he completes it. Left center field, a long run by Dahl. And his center's under it. The wind blowing from left to right, but it held it up a little bit. Here's Shed Long. 1-0 pitch, last time up. That's a full turn and release, my man. Sit and admire it. Yes, indeed. Mike's hard lemonade, hard play.
Got the exit velocity of 110 on it. Yeah, he's excited about it. Has his family here.
Family coming up from Alabama.
Pretty good bat flip, too.
From Anniston, Alabama. Dad, a retired policeman.
Paul Sewald getting loose in the Mariner pen.
Hit this one hard. Oh, good play. Nicely done by Andy Ibanez. Well done. Mariners strand a runner. We go to the 8-4-1 Mariners. Mariners baseball is brought to you by the Independence Day broadcast and is brought to you by USAA, proud supporter of the military community. Good looking score for the Mariners, trying to wrap up this series. 4-1 lead against the Texas Rangers. Baseball's 2 biggest event of the summer. They're back, and they're back-to-back. The action begins at the T-Mobile Home Run Derby on ESPN July 12 at 5 p.m. Pacific. Then catch baseball's biggest stars at the 91st MLB All-Star Game. It's presented by MasterCard on July 13th on Fox. Coverage begins at 4 p.m. Pacific. Yusei Kikuchi. I always love starting the introductions during the All-Star Game. And now from the Seattle Mariners, Yusei Kikuchi. Good for him.
Paul Sewald will take over for the Mariners. Really pitched well. Opponent seen just 141 in 21 appearances. How about 21 2/3, 38 strikeouts for him.
Kikuchi making the All-Star team, outstanding for him.
Well deserved.
Was an All-Star 3 times in his native country of Japan.
Well located slider on the outside corner.
That is so well deserved for Kikuchi.
Agreed.
Man, oh man, it's been fun watching his growth this season for sure. It's been really revealing.
Yeah, after his last couple of outings, Scott Servais was saying that he deserved it. So I'm glad it came through. Just missing the top of the zone.
Sewald, his last 8 games, 7 1/3 innings, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, 12 Ks. ERA 0.00, batting average .000.
Well, that's pretty much what the average is for him right there. 92 miles an hour for the fastball, and he has a slider. He'll mix them both in back and forth. Slider about 45% of the time. Big strikeout numbers for him.
In that little run that he's on, 12 strikeouts, 2 walks, and tell you what, the angle he's coming from for right-handers is not a day at the beach.
Ian Kennedy getting loose for the Rangers.
Infield straight up for Kiner Falefa. 0 for 2 today. Keeps fouling him off. 3-run homer by Torrens in the 4th. Solo blast shed long in the 5th for the Mariner runs. An RBI infield hit by Adolis Garcia DHing today. That came in the 6th inning for the Rangers. One-two pitch. Strike 3 call. No protest from Kiner Falefa. Second again with Tom Glasgow. Tommy?
David from the Forward Sports Desk. Some more hashtag Where I Root. Lots of Mariners fans out supporting the team on this 4th of July. That would include Katie. They're happy to be back at the ballpark. The Hutt family, Gary Erickson, the whole gang enjoying the 4th. Look at that crew. Smiles on their faces. And also Rebecca Norton. First baseball game for baby girl. Great smile there as well as we send it back to T-Mobile.
Girl dad, like to see that. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 1-4-0 for Texas. Brock Holt. Ball 1. Seager in on the grass to the left of the cut at 3rd. Gets into this one. Bowers, can he chase it down? No. Knocks it down and digging for 2, and he'll get there is Brock Holt. 1 out stand-up double, his 9th of the season. Back-to-back hits for Brock. He got a single to right last time up.
Good try by Bowers out and right. This ball kind of hanging up a little bit. Gave him a chance to get close to it. Actually hits the outfield grass for a double. Back to the top of the lineup, Eli White.
White scored a run, scored the run in the 6th inning. Strikeout, fly to right, reached on a fielder's choice. Came around on to Garcia, infield hit. Batting in the leadoff spot today, batted 2-hole last night. Swing and a miss. Sewald giving up his first hit since June 12th. So 0-2. Runner at second with 1 down and an 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got him.
Just 3 pitches for the strikeout. Target, outer half of the plate. That is on the corner, so some pain at 93 miles an hour. Late swing from White. Second strikeout in the inning for Sewald.
Sewald in the month of June, 14 games, 3-2 record, 1 blown save, 3 holds, 11 1/3, 3 hits, 4 runs, 6 walks, 19 strikeouts. What a month. See if you can get Nate Lowe here.
Ian Kennedy, veteran right-hander.
Oh, 1. Oh man, that's a good location.
Yeah, Paint again. Lowe looking out over the plate. He paints the inside corner on him.
Bullpen, look at that. Strikeout rate, 16th in the majors. Scott Service picks up the phone. He does it with confidence. These guys have performed largely quite well. Went back to a breaking ball, missed. 1-2. They do control what they can control. Look at that walk rate. Outstanding. No freebies. 1-2. Paul Sewald out of Las Vegas, Nevada, 31 years old, 6'3", 207. Vegas college ball at the University of San Diego. Talk about turning your career around. 1-14 with the Mets and dealing here with the Mariners. Staying in the yard. Easy play. Who's going to get it? It will be Shed Long. Having a good day out in the left field and at the plate. Mariners looking for some insurance tallies coming up in the 8th inning. A 4-1 Seattle lead. Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by your local Ford dealer, home of the F-150, America's best-selling truck for 44 years. And by Steel. To find your local Steel dealers, visit steeldealers.com. The glorious 4th of July. Be safe, be happy. And there's something to be happy about right there. 4-1 Mariners looking to lock this baby down, win this series. And make sure to join us for Twitter Tuesday on Root Sports. Every Tuesday during the Mariners broadcast, you're going to have 5 chances to win exciting prizes just by playing trivia with us throughout the ballgame. For giveaway rules, visit us at rootsports.com. The veteran Ian Kennedy takes over. Here's J.P. Crawford. J.P. today, 2 flyouts in center and a strikeout.
For Kennedy, average fastball, 94 miles an hour. Cutter curve changeup. 31 strikeouts and 27 1/3 for Kennedy.
Base hit up the middle, J.P. Crawford. What else is new? 6-game hitting streak. JP's aboard here in the 8th. The Yankees coming to town. They're playing a second game of a doubleheader coming up shortly. Jameson Taillon against Justice Sheffield. One-time Yankee Domingo Germán, who missed a lot of last year for some off-the-field occurrences. We had seen him a couple of years ago. Who's this guy? He was dealing. Kikuchi, he makes the All-Star team. Jordan Montgomery, he goes against Logan Gilbert, and that rookie has been super impressive. JP extends his hitting streak to 6 ball games. Here's Haniger, 0 for 2, hit by a pitch and a run scored. Goes against 15-year veteran Ian Kennedy with his 15 during that time. Bulk of his career as a starter, but he's been coming out of the pen the last 3 years. He had 30 saves at KC back in the 19 season. To the right side, Gallo. Wow, nice catch. We said he was a good athlete. Big man, about 6'5", about 250. Good coverage right there. The MLB Ballpark app. It's going to complete your next visit to T-Mobile Park, so you can buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app and select the Mariners as your favorite team today. Pitch made good contact, nothing to show for it, 1 out. Here's Kyle Seager. Seager today, 2 flyouts to the left and a ground out right into the shift, the right side. And they try to plug up all the holes on the right side of the infield. Grabbed it out to the second baseman of Baños. Going against Ian Kennedy, who's been with KC, Arizona, San Diego, the Yankees, and now Texas.
And as you might guess, Kendall Graveman getting loose in the pen.
Ninth inning, Graveman will see 3, 4, and 5 for Texas. Adolis Garcia, Joey Gallo, and Jonah Heim. And Kennedy now out of the bullpen. Long run for the left fielder David Dahl. Nothing doing. Announced attendance 15,146 on this 4th of July. Really good homestand. Weather's outstanding. Yankees for 3 Tuesday, Wednesday night, Thursday afternoon. Angels Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon. Then a break for the All-Star festivities. Kennedy's best year in the majors as a starter with Arizona back in 2011. He went 21-4 with a 2.88. Finished 4th in the Cy Young voting and 14th in the MVP. Of course, Seager's got almost a hemisphere of room left side.
Ahead in the count, 2-0. Missed a couple of fastballs away from him. Now a 3-2 count. They want to put Crawford in motion.
He goes in motion. There's a base hit. He might score because there's nobody guarding third. Popped it up just to our left, right over Rick Riz's head.
Did not go.
Seager 1 for 11, a homer against Ian Kennedy with Ty France on deck. Ty 1 for 3 today. Ian Kennedy a 2-3 record with a 3.45 ERA in 9 games. 5 starts against the Mariners. 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. Foul.
Kennedy still trying to keep that fastball away from Kyle. Gallo has jumped up a little bit too, now 95 miles an hour on the last couple of fastballs.
Kennedy seems to like the sign from Heim. See what happens here. 3-2. Runner goes. Pitch. Swung and bounce to the first baseman. Try to get JP. They do. Back to first. Wow. Nice double play. Well turned. Here we go. It's Kendall Graveman time. 9th inning. 4-1 Mariners. Make sure you're on hand for Mariners Bucket Hat Night. It's coming up Saturday. First 10,000 fans through the T-Mobile Park gates are going to get this stylish hat. It's going to shade you from the summertime heat. Plus, it's a Mariners value game too, meaning you can get seats for as low as $10. So visit Mariners.com for seats. There's your Lions score, 4-1. Chris Flexen started it 6 strong innings. Now take a look at how he filled up the box here.
Really mixed it up too. See the cutter, four-seamer, changeup, the curveball. All effective today. A lot of strikes from him. Really pitched well.
Beacon Plumbing called to the pen brings us Kendall Graveman.
Hard-throwing right-hander, average fastball 96 miles an hour, slider, changeup. This will be his 23rd appearance. Looking for his 8th save. Opponent's hitting just 143 against him in 25 and a 30. Has 23 strikeouts over 5 walks.
Pitched in Friday's 5-4. 10-inning win, gave up an RBI to Heim that tied it and sent it to extra innings. He's got 3-4-5 here for the Rangers. Adolis Garcia, Joey Gallo, Jonah Heim again. Oh, 0-2 to Garcia, who struck out, fly to center, and got an infield RBI. Could not get him to bite.
Pretty good breaking ball. That was the slider.
Out of play. That heavy fastball. Right-hand hitters. Another pop up, long run by Ty France and Bowers. Nothing doing there. Garcia. Terrific first half of the season. 20 home runs.
An all-star.
Neither guy budging here. 0-2.
No, Kendall going right after him with the fastball. 97 on the last one.
Graveman out of Mississippi State. Alma mater won the College World Series, beating Vanderbilt a few days ago in Omaha. He did go, said home plate umpire Adam Hamari.
All those fastballs, and it looks like he comes back with a slider and gets him to chase it. Big delivery, Supermo. Yep, that's it. Breaking ball down out of the strike zone. Can't hold up.
One away. Chris Woodward getting on Amari Hurt. Amari said that's enough. Here's Joey Gallo. 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts. Field pulled around to the right. 5 for 16 with a homer, 4 strikeouts in previous encounters.
We saw Flexen pitch him inside with the fastball and put him away with the changeup. Graveman's missed with a couple of fastballs in off the plate. Turan's right back in there again.
And hard right into the shift. Dylan Moore right there over to Ty France. 2 down. Remaining series with the Rangers. Familiarity is going to breed contempt at some point. Look at July August. Wow. Holy mackerel. Wow. And Mike, I know you just love going down at 106 temperatures at 7:10 starts down in Arlington. But we won't, highly unlikely will be there this year. But they do have the roof. The new ballpark is a retractable roof and good old air conditioning. Heim got to Graveman with an RBI double. 9th inning on Friday. And here comes Fraley. Is it hanging? It's hanging. He's got it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your ball game. Mariners win it by the count of 4-1. Take this series 2-1. They're now 6-1 at home against the Rangers at 7-3 on the season. What a good win. Flexen gets the victory. He's now 7-3. Folden Evans takes the loss. He is 2-8. Home runs by Torrens, a 3-run shot, and Shed Long with a solo blast accounting for the Mariner tallies this afternoon. Hey, everybody, have a remaining safe and healthy 4th and 5th of July, and we will talk to you Tuesday night. Yankees come to town. That should be interesting. 4-1 Mariners. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines starts in 90 seconds with Angie and Dave Valley.